Hey YouTube, Steven TheSalonGuy here, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to get more volume in your hair. Now this video is going to be targeted towards my male viewers because I get the most comments from you guys. So we're going to talk about a couple things before we actually start to go into the styling part of it. Now when it comes to getting volume, there's a few things that really you all pretty much know about, which is like pre-styling products and things that can help contribute to getting more volume in your hair. Pre-styling products are great, they're essential, but I want to show you guys how you can achieve volume by just using a technique mostly, because really what it comes down to is what you're doing technique-wise, whether it's smoothing your hair out or getting volume or whatever it is. That's really crucial. So I'm going to show you how to get volume using a blow dryer, using a brush, and a couple different techniques without any pre-styling products. I've mentioned this in a lot of my previous videos, but really what it comes down to is using your hand and your fingers to really get that volume. And where do you think volume comes from? At the root area or the scalp. Volume can be achieved throughout the mid-shaft here or the ends of the hair, but really when you want to get that solid lift, it comes from the base or the scalp area. So what I like to do is I like to lock my hands in place like this, my fingers, and then that is where you start to blow dry. Your hands, your fingers, that is your tool. So you lift, lock it in with the heat, and continue throughout the entire head, and that is what's going to create that volume. Now, speaking of heat, there's a lot of people on YouTube, talking about heat damaging your hair. Heat is not going to damage your hair unless it's used, if it's used improperly. Improperly meaning like having the blow dryer sit like this with extreme hot air blowing to where you start to see smoke, or it's really burning your hands. That could potentially damage or fry your hair, and you'll end up looking like me. But what you really want to do is you want to make sure you lock your fingers in place, lift, and continue with the blow dryer until you achieve the desired result. And you can lift and then release. So that's really the point of getting volume without any product, and let me show you what it looks like. I think you all would agree that this obviously has a lot of volume. And you saw I literally just used my hands, used my blow dryer, and look at this. I mean, no product whatsoever. And you can get amazing amounts of volume by just using the blow dryer and your hands. Now, I did mention I would use a brush to show you guys other methods. When it comes to using brushes, pardon me, you want to make sure that when you use the brush, you're locking in at the base area. And you want to use the blow dryer and lock it in. Let me just lower the heat so you guys can hear me. So that is going to help as well, using the bristles of the brush to lock it and turn. So you pull in, come around like that, and then use the blow dryer on that area. Okay? Now, another tip is using a round brush. A round brush, you can get volume in it as well. What you want to do is you want to come forward, twist the brush, and then use the blow dryer right on there. Now, depending on the brush you're using, if you're using something that has, ceramic or it's metal, or it'll heat up. So you're going to get that added heat, almost like a curling iron, and that also is going to create some additional volume as well. Last trick is you can actually use your hand if you want to create almost like an arch or a wave in through here. I learned this many years ago. You turn a blow dryer on and you lock it in, and what you do is you can kind of grab the hair and create almost like a part like this, or a little bit of an arch, and you lock it in by creating a little bit of a kind of a bend in the hair like that. So you're actually molding the hair, which is creating a little bit of an illusion here. So you take it like that, and you see what I'm doing? I'm directing the hair, and I'm molding the hair this way. This does require heat. It's almost like ironing a shirt. You can't iron a wrinkled shirt with a cold iron. You need a hot iron to lock it in. So it's the same thing with this. Heat will set the style in to create the shape and for it to hold. So as you can see, what that's doing it's really working that arch right into here. So if you want something where you have a side part and you want a little more volume into here, you know, you can cup the hair like this. There's a lot of different ways you can do it to manipulate the hair. And then here, as you can see on the side angle, look what we've done. We've created a little bit of like a nice side part. All I did with my hands, just like that. And it's gonna stay. See how it wants to go back? So the heat is what really sets it in. Well guys, I hope this helped you out and maybe kind of set you straight with some of the hair myths that are going around on YouTube. But you can get lots of volume just by using your hands and the blow dryer. So please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for more videos with the Salon Guy.